One thing that you might want to try is how to get the date and the time in Python. So we could just start by typing in our JupyterLab notebook something like date. So the response to this will be date is not defined. So obviously you're using a variable that has not been defined. So it doesn't seem to be a thing in Python already. So when we look it up, it's actually a way to get it. And there is a function called date, but you have to import it. So before you can use it, you need to import it, and you get it from a package called datetime. And if I do this, if I import date from this, and then I can use it. So I can type date, execute it, and you see at least now there's no more error. It's something that is known. So the proper way to do it is to know how to then access things. And among other things, the options here that we have with this is getting today. So we execute this by putting .today, sort of a method working in date, and we let this followed by round parentheses. In addition, if we want to see that, we can put it into print, and executing this code, we will see the year followed by the month followed by the day of today. So one thing that you might complain about is the way it's formatted, is the year first. I personally don't like that way of formatting. So what can we do to reformat that? Well, first of all, before anything else, what we do is we just put that whole thing into a variable. Right? We don't want to deal with this too many nested brackets. So we just put date dot today followed by those parentheses into the variable called today, and then we can print today. So we have the same thing, but now we have it in a variable called today. Now this type of variable is a special variable because it allows us reformatting it. I'll just show you how that is. You don't need to learn it at this point, but just see the possibilities there are. We use something called string formatting time, strf time, and then we can put in the day and the month and the year in the order that we like. So we put that into quotes, and if we like the day first, we can put %day, and then a space %month, and then a space %y for year. Right, so let's see what that does. That formatting works, and it puts 14 and 10 and 20 in that order. Now, still not nice. We want that separated by dots, not by spaces. So we can put in a dot where there are spaces. And we have 14.10.20, which is much nicer. Now maybe we want to see 2020 because we're not sure whether 20 is a day or a year. And so we can also do that using a capital Y. And then we have 14, 10, 20, 20, just the way that I like it. Of course, you can do it different things if you understand how formatting works. So formatting works that %day means put the current day that you get from today in that location. So in this case, we have %day first. So the first thing that will come will be the day. And then %m is, of course, short and placeholder for month, and %year, capital or lowercase, representing the year in 4 or 2 digits, respectively. So I'll just show you one more variation on that theme, which is we can format this, follow the day by, today's, what is the 14th? That would be a TH. And then instead of a month, not putting the month in here, but putting in October, followed by the year, and then we have 14th of October 2020. 2020. If you want to do the same thing with time, that is also possible. The package is called date time, so you can guess it's already possible. How would you do that? From date time import, and what you have to import is actually date time. And if you import date time, then you can say now is equal to date time, just the function that we imported. And if you give it the option now with parentheses, then you have in that variable called now in this moment. We can now print now. And then you have the date followed by the time to ridiculously high precision. To conclude this, so we can now try to format date and time at the same time. So we do that by accessing this variable now, doing the string formatting that we did before, and now we do it in the way that we like to have it. So if we want to have the previous way of putting the day followed by the month explicitly and the year, we can do that. Then we give it a bit of a space and we say we want the hour followed by minutes, followed by seconds. Executing this code gives us 14th of October 2020, and I'm doing this at 20:03 in the evening.